Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. It is Bruce Short, the Michael Jordan Hotel. We got William in the building. What's going on, man?
Great to be with Mr. Michael Jordan. And I would say I'm the Scottie Pippen of this conversation, but go ahead.
That's how it works. That's how it works. Today, we're going to talk about everything internet and IT and some of the major issues that we have and how to resolve and fix them. Man, how did you get started in this business?
Well, I got started in the business itself, hospitality, as a mini bar attendant at the Ritz-Carlton in Atlanta.
Wow.
So that was my first foray into hospitality. And I got a taste for it and I never looked back. I went into operations. I was a hotel manager, rooms operations manager, front office manager. I was going along the GM track, but I also had a feel for technology, like the way technology enables the business. So I had a choice back in 1997 whether to continue on that track or go into technology. And I made the decision, and I don't regret it, going into technology. And I love it. It's a passion of mine. I like solving tough problems, and I wanted to be in a space where it may be the toughest hotel to solve that problem.
Yeah.
So one of the last hotel that I worked there was the New Yorker Hotel. Worked there for 10 years straight.
Oh, wow.
And that grew me from a boy to a man. I'll put it that.
There you go.
Working in New York City with the all eyes on you in the middle of Madison Square Garden on 34th and 8th, having to fight through to get through the streets, to get to work and then do your job and then go home. It was experience that I'd always will cherish because it's helped me to be much more resilient in the way I look at things and understand how to meet the needs of the customer. So that's how I got started with business.
Man, so what are the top 3 benefits that your company has or does that benefits the hotel industry?
I think that my top 3 benefits, I don't know if it was B3, but one of them is I like to look at things from a perspective of assessment, connection, and excellence. And so when I talk to a customer, a prospective customer, I'm looking for things that I can really help them, what their needs are. And I look at it from, let me assess what your needs is. I'm not going to tell you that I can solve all your needs and I can do everything. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to come to you and say, okay, let me dig into it. Let me look at the data, see what the data brings to me. You validate that the data is correct from my assessment. Then from there, I'm going to look at how I can build a better relationship with you as a person and as a hotel chain. What can I do to enhance that for you? And then I'm going to look at how we can scale whatever that model we come up with, how I can scale that for you. So that's the way I look at things. That's my perspective. And I think my experience having worked for all the big chains, I worked for IHG, I worked for Hilton, I worked for Starwood, I worked for Wyndham. So those chains, if you put them together, I work for almost all the major chains. Yeah, I know all the different Kool-Aids that are out there. So that helps me. That experience helps me to leverage that experience to bring value to the customers. So that's how I go.
Nice. So he knows all the Kool-Aid. So when he comes to that door, it's oh yeah,
I love it. I love it. Okay.
Now, you've been doing this for so long.
Yes.
What do you think? Like maybe I don't know. You can list 3. But what are the top 3 issues that hotels are having when it comes to?
If you want to get down to the minutia, I think that infrastructure is one of the things.
Yeah.
That
They think it's like a set it and forget it, and it's not.
Exactly. So the older hotels are having challenges with infrastructure. You want the newest products. I mean, we're out here at High Tech.
Yeah.
You have all these companies out here with all these different applications that are very good, built upon their infrastructures. Very good. However, if you don't have the infrastructure that will support that, then you're back to ground zero again. So right. I would say one thing is infrastructure. I would say the next thing is the possible AI challenges and cybersecurity challenges that hotels will have.
Yeah.
And do have. Those are the 3 things that have come up for me, that I understand that this is what the needs of hospitality is today. And so, from my perspective, I want to take and use and leverage my experience to move those things into value. And there's no set pattern of how you do that. It's going in. I look for things intuitively. So I'm looking for how I can help that customer and what's the best way to customize that for that particular customer. So I don't have a set. I have a framework of how systems work because I believe that systems should be resilient. It should have. It should be scalable. Those are the things that I look for, and it should have redundancy. So if something goes down, something else should come up and assist with that.
Correct.
Those three are my main focuses when I go in.
Okay. Okay. Cybersecurity has been a little crazy. Like, what are some of the things that you've seen so far? And
I won't call any names.
yeah, you can't call any names.
I won't call any names, but I've seen a lot of hotels that they have taken cybersecurity very, very lightly. And it's not something to be taken like. One of the questions I ask is, how long can you afford for your business to be down? It's not about cybersecurity and all the bells and whistles. How long can you afford for your business, your hotel, to be down? How long do you want your guests to wait in line in the lobby? How long will the guests wait in line in the lobby? Or are they going to check and go to somewhere else where their systems are not down?
Yeah, correct.
So those are the type of questions you want to probe on and ask those type of questions so that the ownership, the general manager of hotels, those are kind of questions you ask when people say, I want to put up the money
Yeah,
to spend on cybersecurity. And you should be efficient in all your systems and do what you can afford, but put the basic framework in place so that you can build upon.
correct.
That's what I believe.
I mean, we have enough trouble with our systems being down without cybersecurity issues.
Your personal computer desktops and I've got everything, phone, yeah, I've got watches, I got everything. Trying to keep all those things together is very, very challenging. So you can imagine when you throw AI into this concept now, and the things that's going on with AI, and your information leaking out to the internet.
Yeah,
How challenging that's going to be in the future. So those are the things that I think. Infrastructure, especially if you're an older hotel, cybersecurity, and artificial intelligence for the future. And then those three things are, I think, the biggest challenges coming for the next generation of hotels.
wow. Wow. AI, you can't escape AI, that's for sure. And technology wins every time. So
Yeah. And I think that you want to make sure that your information is not getting out. And I can give you an example of employees using AI and there's no controls in place, and say they put a report together, they utilize AI. You don't understand that whatever AI that you're using, whether it be X, Rock, whatever, ChatGPT, you're putting that information out in the public to make that report, and that information is going out to the web. I've collected a lot of different articles and information just by putting in ChatGPT, asking it a question, and it'll bring me information that is out there and not supposed to be out.
yeah,
So those are the biggest challenges that policies and procedures have to be put in place. Those are things that I think that are going to be big challenges, not just for hotels, but all businesses,
yeah.
in the future.
Wow. Now, how can I get in touch with you?
So you can get in contact with me by going to my website, which is evergtech.com. That's evergtech.com. And all of my information is there. You can contact me directly by phone. And I specifically deal with ownership groups, asset managers, general managers of smaller hotels, large hotels. And I have a support team with vendors. So I have strategic relationships with some of my vendors where they can bring in a managed service provider or someone who has infrastructure as well. So that's how I work.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, thank you for being on the show. As always, always a pleasure to have Big Willie in the house.
And a pleasure for me to be on the Jordan.
And thank you for tuning in. This is Bruce Jordan of Michael Jordan Hotels, signing out.
Hey, what's going on? It's Bruce Jordan, the Hotel Revenue Expert. I just want to take a quick second to thank you for watching this video. If you could just do us a big favor and just subscribe to the channel. We have a lot more videos like this, more information, great information about hotels. I'm also the author of the Hotel Revenue Bible. You can get that book on hotelrevenuebible.com. And we are here to answer all your questions. So if you have any questions, just shoot us a quick text at 321-321-2002. That's 321-321-2002. And you can book a revenue call. Go to hotelrevenuecall.com and we can answer any and all your questions. Just make an appointment with me. You'll do one-on-one with me. You'll be able to do one-on-one with me, and we could go ahead and get all your questions answered and see if you have any revenue issues that needs to be resolved. Talk to you soon. Thank you again. Hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate you.